sofa. The television's blurred, waiting for a sound that'll never be heard. 6:15 used to be my favorite time, when the stairs would start their familiar climb. Now the silence is heavy, it's ringing so loud, like a lightning bolt trapped in a permanent cloud. I'm a prisoner of habit, a victim of hope, giving my heart just a bit more rope. I'm listening for a metallic click in a room where the clock is starting to stick. And I'm haunted by the echo of your key, the ghost of the metal, the melody of we. I hear it in the wind, I hear it in the rain, the jingle of a ghost in the hallway of pain. It's a symphony of wood and a turning of brass, watching the seasons through the window glass. But the door never opens, and I'm never free from the phantom echo of your golden key. I still leave the porch light burning till dawn, in case your shadow comes back to the lawn. I haven't changed the locks, I can't change the past. I'm holding on to ghosts that were never meant to last. Sometimes I think I hear the tumblers turn, and my chest starts to ache and my eyes start to burn. But it's just the house settling into its grief, a dying tree losing its very last leaf. Maybe you threw it in the river that night, or maybe it's buried and hidden from sight. But I kept my copy, I keep it right here, cold in my palm like a frozen tear. I'm a lock with no purpose, a door with no frame, crying out a secret, whispering your name. And I'm haunted by the echo of your key, the ghost of the metal, the melody of we. I hear it in the wind, I hear it in the rain, the jingle of a ghost in the hallway of pain. It's a symphony of wood and a turning of brass, watching the seasons through the window glass. But the door never opens, and I'm never free from the phantom echo of your golden key. Click, it was only the wind. Click, just a memory again. The silence is the only thing that's left of your key. I still step over the creak in the floorboard, the one you said we'd fix next spring. But spring came and went, and you took the hammer and every other little living thing. Now the air in the kitchen is heavy and still, the coffee gets cold on the sill. I find myself whispering, honey, I'm home, to a shadow that's chilled to the bone. The mirror is crooked, I leave it that way, because your reflection I visit today. I haven't moved the shoes by the mat. I can't bear the silence of a house flat. Is that I'm haunted by habits, by the way that you sigh, by the see you at 7 and the never goodbye. Now the hallway is longer than it used to be, or maybe it's just getting darker for me. They say time is a healer, that spirits depart, but how do you exercise a hole in your heart? You didn't die, no, you just walked away, but you left all your hauntings behind here to stay. And I'm the one flickering, I'm the one dim, drowning in memories I can't even swim. There's a ghost in the hallway, pacing the floor, looking for keys to a locked up door. I hear your slippers on the hardwood tile. I'd give up my soul just to stay for a while. In the echo of laughter, in the dust of the light, you're the silhouette haunting the edge of my sight. I'm living in a museum of all that we lost, just a ghost in the hallway, paying the cost. The light bulb is flickering out in the hall. I'm watching the shadows climb up on the wall. Wait for me. Are you still there, or am I the ghost in a house made of air? I open the door to the shadows today, to the cedar and lavender fading away. There's a gap in the railway, your winter coats hung like a song that's been silenced, a bell that's unrung. The wood is so smooth and the metal is cold, holding on to the stories we never got told. Just a row of thin wire, all silver and bone, in a closet that's learned how to be all alone. I reach for the space where your velvet once brushed, and the sound of the sliding is suddenly hushed. There's a ghost of a sleeve, or a ghost of a hymn, but I'm standing here staring at nothing but them. And the empty haters are swaying in line, like a cemetery of the things that were mine. Every hollowed out shape is a memory of you, of the colors you of your favorite place. Maybe I'll buy something new just to cover the bar, to hide all the hollows and cover the scar. But no fabric is thick enough, no thread is strong to mend where the right and the left don't belong. I'm a suit with no body, a heart with no beat, just a pile of linen at the end of the street. And the empty haze, a swaying line, like a cemetery of the things that were mine. Every hollowed out shape is a memory of you, of the colors you wore and the things we would do. They jingle so softly, a thin lonely sound, like a skeleton dancing with no one around. Clink, clink, the closet is open, the hangers are still. I'm waiting for winter, I'm waiting for the chill. Just an empty space where you used to be. The moon casts a ruler across the white quilt, measuring the distance of the silence we built. I'm anchored to the left, like I'm afraid to move, stuck in the ghost of a well-worn groove. The pillows are straight and the linens are cold, like a map of a country that's starting to fold. I reach out a hand in the middle of night, but I only find shadows and slivers of light. I remember the tangle of ankles and sighs that stay just a minute in your sleepy eyes. Now the duvet is heavy, a mountain of lead, and I'm drowning in cotton on my side of the bed. There's a desert of fabric, 3 feet of gone, that I have to cross just to get to the dawn. I'm guarding the border, I'm keeping the space, as if sleeping center would hide your old place. The springs don't complain, they don't make a sound. There's no one to turn, there's no one around, just the hum of the fridge and the pulse in my head, in the hollow-out heart of a king-size bed. It was a bed built for 2, but it slept in by 1, a kingdom of sorrow when the daylight is done. I'm a ghost in the sheets, I'm a wreck on the shore, waiting for the weight that I'll feel nevermore. The right side is perfect, not a wrinkle in sight, a pristine reminder of our final fight. pretend. It was a bed built for two, but it slept in by one. A kingdom of sorrow when the daylight is done. I'm a ghost in the sheets, I'm a wreck on the shore, waiting for the weight that I'll feel nevermore. The right side is perfect, not a wrinkle in sight. A pristine reminder of our final fight. Yeah, I'll stay on my side, I'll leave the light on. The pillows are waiting, but the heartbeat is gone. Just a bed built for two. Slept in by me.
I'm measuring the air in the living room, watching the shadows start to bloom. There's a dent in the cushion where you used to sit, and a gap on the shelf where your books used to fit. The light hits the floor in a perfect square, highlighting the fact that you aren't there. It's a quiet geometry, a math of the heart, subtracting the whole until I'm just a part. I find myself walking in circles today, avoiding the spots where your ghost likes to play. The rug is still warm where you tapped your feet, and the silence is bitter, no longer sweet. I'm a tenant of hollows, king of the void, surveying the ruins of a life we enjoyed. Every corner is sharp, every hallway is long, when the rhythm is right but the melody's gone. It's not just the quiet, it's the weight of the air, the pressure of knowing that nobody's there to finish my sentences or turn down the heat, to make this house more than just wood and concrete. And I'm drowning in the space that you left behind, a map of the never in the back of my mind. It's a wide open ocean in a 10 by 12 room, a garden of absence beginning to bloom. I reach for the ghost of a touch on my skin, but the walls are too thick and the oxygen's thin. Yeah, I'm lost in the desert, I'm losing my mind in the beautiful, terrible space you look at the wall. The space is so big and I feel so small. Just the space. The space you left behind. I'm still rehearsing the lines in my head. The apologies lived and the secrets unsaid. I catch my reflection in the window at night, moving my lips in the pale city light. I'm sorry for June and I'm sorry for then. I say to the shadows again and again, but the air doesn't carry my voice to your door. It just falls like a stone to the cold kitchen floor. There's a question mark hanging right over the sink and a bottle of wine that I'm trying to drink. I wanted to ask if you're sleeping okay, or if you still hate the rainy day gray. I left a hello in the back of my throat, a heavy old anchor on a drifting wood boat. Now I'm talking to furniture, talking to dust, in a language of maybe and should have in rust. It's the commas that kill me, the sentences bad, the what if and where did the everything went. I'm a book with the last 30 pages torn out, just a whisper of faith in a canyon of doubt, and I'm trapped in an unfinished conversation. You looking for commas when the periods do. I'm arguing with ghosts in the middle of June, singing the words to a broken down tune. There's a wait and a please and a don't go away that I'm saving for a forever lost day. Yeah, I'm talking to silence, I'm losing my mind in the unfinished words that you left far behind. I give all my tomorrows for one, how are you? For a chance to finish what we didn't do. For the phone is a fossil, the screen is a void, a digital grave for a life we enjoyed. I'm shouting at memory, I'm screaming at air, but there's nobody listening, nobody there. And I'm trapped in an unfinished conversation with you, looking for commas when the periods do. I'm arguing with ghosts in the middle of June, singing the words to a broken down tune. So I'll just say goodnight, though you won't hear a word. The loudest I love you that was never even heard. Just a comma, just a breath. The linoleum is cold beneath my feet, and the humming of the fridge is the only heart I beat. I'm staring at the kettle, waiting for the steam to blur the edges of this waking dream. There are two chairs tucked in tight at the wood Setting the table for a ghost and a guest, putting my heavy old heart to the test. I remember the flower on the bridge of your nose, and the way the morning light hit your toes. Now the spices are dusty, the salt is like stone, in a room that was never meant to be known alone. I'm chopping the onions just to feel the sting, to have a reason for the tears that I bring. The cupboards are hollow, the pantry is wide, nowhere for a lonely man to hide. It's the clink of the spoon on the ceramic blue. It sounds like a funeral march for you. A minor key melody in a major key room, where the shadows are starting to bloom. And there are shadows in the kitchen, dancing on the wall, mimicking the way that I started to fall. I see you in the steam, I see you in the light of the flickering bulb in the middle of night. I'm cooking for memory, I'm seasoning the air with the salt of a love that's no longer there. Yeah, I'm dining with ghosts, I'm losing my mind in the bittersweet shadows you left far behind. I could eat in the parlor, I could eat in the hall, to escape the reflection on the tile of the wall. But the kitchen is the soul, it's the center of the home, and it's the hardest place to be a one and not a poem. I'm a recipe for disaster, a cup overflowing with the weight of the stay and the where are you going. Shadows in the kitchen, dancing on the wall, mimicking the way that I started to fall. I see you in the steam, I see you in the light of the flickering bulb in the middle of night. The water is boiling, the tea is for one. The day is just starting, but the story is done. Just the shadows, shadows in the kitchen, and alone sustaining. Never knew the silence had a frequency, a hum that vibrates through the very soul of me. The refrigerator sighs like a heavy breath in a kitchen that's as quiet as a sudden death. I'm listening for the rhythm of your keys in the lock, but I only hear the heartbeat of the kitchen clock. Tick, tick, like a hammer on a nail in a story where the hero was always meant to fail. The floorboards are gossiping beneath my feet, telling secrets of the nights when our world was sweet. A window frame shutters in the evening breeze, like a ghost in the hallway falling to its knees. I used to complain about the TV's roar and the way you'd always slam the heavy bedroom door. Now I give them out tomorrow for a single thought, to feel the rush of something human in my blood. It's the lack of a whisper, the absence of a hum that makes my entire body start to go numb. I'm a tuning fork struck in a vacuum of air, waiting for an echo that isn't even there. sound of an empty house screaming in my ear, the loudest vibration I've heard in a year. It's the clink of a glass, it's the creak of the stair, it's the deafening weight of you not being there. I'm a prisoner of static, I'm losing my mind in the hollowed out melody you left far behind. Yeah, the silence is a monster, it's a storm, it's a gale, and the sound of an empty house turning so pale. Some music just to drown out the dark, but every single note felt like a cold, sharp spark. I'm a house made of glass, I'm a bell with no ring, I'm a bird in a cage that's forgotten how to sing. I'm shouting at the rafters, I'm crying at the wall, but the house just swallows it, doesn't listen at all. Was it the wind, or was it the ghost of what might have been? Just the silence, the sound of an empty house. I'm sitting in the chair where the shadows collect, watching the dust motes and the things I neglect. The house is so quiet, it's a physical weight, like a ghost in the hallway, deciding my fate. I used to crave it peace, I used to crave it calm, but now the silver silence is the blade of my palm. The refrigerator's hum is a choir of one, in the kingdom of overread, a story that's done. I'm holding my breath just to hear my own heart, to prove that the pieces haven't fallen apart. Every crack in the floor is a gunshot in May, a reminder that you're forever away. I look at the phone, but the screen is a void, a digital graveyard for a life we enjoyed. I'm a tuning fork struck in a vacuum of air, waiting for a resonance that isn't even there. It's the lack of a whisper, the absence of a sigh, the shouting the truth of our final goodbye. I'm a bell with no clapper, a sky with no bird, drowning in a message that was never even heard. And the stillness is a scream, it's a roar in my head, the loudest vibration of the words we never said. It's a thundering quiet, it's a deafening white, in the hollowed out middle of a February night. I'm covering my ears, but the silence is inside, with nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Yeah, the stillness is a scream, it's a storm, it's a gale, and the sound of a love that's beginning to fade. Maybe I'll slam the door just to feel something human on the cold kitchen floor. But the house just swallows it, the shadows just drink every desperate thought that I'm trying not to think. I'm a house made of glass, I'm a wreck on the shore, shouting at the rafters, I can't take anymore. And the stillness is a scream, it's a roar in my
stronger than goodbye. It's louder than friend. Just the stillness. Stillness is a scream.
Haven't moved the mail from the entryway rug. Wash the faint lipstick from your favorite mug. I'm guarding the dust on your side of the glass, watching the hours and the silhouettes pass. I'm a curator now of a life on pause, defending the silence and the ghost of our laws. I leave the porch light on a pale yellow star, a beacon of maybe for wherever you are. The remote is still sitting on the arm of the chair, next to a stray strand of your golden brown hair. I don't sit in the middle, I stay on the edge, like a bird on a wire or a man on a ledge. I'm holding the space like a holy decree, as if emptiness keeps you connected to me. But the air is just air, and the wood is just wood, and I'm doing the things that I know I shouldn't should. It's a seat at the table, it's a coat on the hook, it's the unturned page of a half-finished book. I'm building a temple of not quite yet, in a house that is drowning in a sea of regret. And I'm just a placeholder waiting for you, keeping the seat warm like I'm supposed to do. I'm a bookmark in a chapter that you've already read, a shadow that's haunting our king-size bed. I'm a to be continued that ended in no, but I haven't learned how to just let you go. Yeah, I'm a placeholder, I'm a ghost in the queue, saving a life that was made just for you. They tell me to clear it, they tell me to scrub the rain from the sink and the scent from the tub. But if I move the pillow or if I shut the door, does that mean that us doesn't live here no more? I'm a statue of longing, I'm a candle in rain, I'm the architect of my own beautiful pain. And I'm just a placeholder waiting for you, keeping the seat warm like I'm supposed to do. I'm a bookmark in a chapter that you've already read, a shadow that's haunting our king-size bed. I'll leave the door unlocked just in case. I'll keep the shadows in their proper place, just a placeholder, a placeholder for